Hi, this is Rachel Murphy from the Multidimensional Show, and with me today we have Dionne Roberts, who will be with us at the next event on Saturday, the 8th of September. So welcome, Dionne. You are going to be offering some massage from Declog Mind. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Dionne Roberts. My business is called Declog Mind, and one aspect of that is a pop-up massage stool, which I have, and I offer, or should I say, my stool travels to shows and fairs, events of all kinds, of all nature, whether it's business, whether it's leisure, like the Multidimensional show, whether it's well-being based or whether it's a music venue or music festival. And this stool, this pop-up massage venue, has been going for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I had some massages in the past and they're amazing. I think more comes through when you're massaging, because you also, I see you do Reiki as well, and you use your drum to kind of help to, I guess, to kind of just realign the energy and the chakras and work on an energetic as well as a physical level. So it's kind of very holistic, your massage, and I felt really rejuvenated and relaxed after. It was actually at the last show, wasn't it? And I had to function afterwards, which was quite a challenge.
Yes, it was a singing bowl that I placed in the center of your body, and it was the singing bowl actually correlates to the sacral chakra, and I left you holding that. I left your body simulating that for quite some time after the massage. Sound healing is something I've brought into my massage work just over the past couple of years. A few months later, after the massage venue stool was founded, and the reason why is because I'm a Yoga Nidra teacher. So with Yoga Nidra, I use soundscape to emphasize the theme and the topic of the pieces that I create in Yoga Nidra. So since then, or from that, I extended that out to my massage work and started to use sound healing as a tool to heal the physical body and all the different layers that the physical body is connected to, such as the emotional layer, the mental layer, and the spiritual layer of ourselves. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I really like that combination that you've combined all those different elements. You actually do quite a few things, don't you? Yoga Nidra, which I've been to as well, outdoors with you, that was amazing, and various different therapies and sound baths. So beautiful kind of combination of different abilities and gifts there. I just wanted to read the paragraph that you've got on your website about you, which I think is beautiful encapsulation of what you're about. You put, when I'm asked what do I do, I usually stumble, but in all honesty, my job makes the world a better place. I was born as the oldest girl in a large family, and so duty was always calling. Then at the age of 11, it was evident that my life would never be normal, but it wasn't confirmed until I was 21. While training to become a professional contemporary dancer, my suspicions were confirmed. Diagnosis were then visible to disease. My life became a devotion to truth. Ever since then, I do what I can do to make a difference, a meaningful difference, for this is the purest of joy. As Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss. Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed for many reasons. One is my website's not finished. So when people see it and look at it, I go, oh, you've seen that? Oh, that's out there, even though it's not finished. And yeah, wow. Yeah, sometimes I'm more open than other times, and I can't believe I wrote that. Yeah, I did, and all that is true. All that is very, very true.
I hope you didn't mind me reading that. I just thought it's we need this authenticity. I think it's well needed. I strive to live by that myself, and I think there's something really kind of moving and kind of heartfelt about seeing how somebody has moved into their line of work, and the fact that it's about making a difference. I think that says a lot. That it's not just a business for you. It's a devotion. It's a passion, and you bring your kind of gifts into this. And so yeah, I thought I'd read that because I was moved by it anyway. Sorry to embarrass you.
No, it's okay. It moved me. That's why I'm so surprised. Upon hearing it, it did move me. I feel a bit shy to elaborate upon it, so you'll have to ask me a specific question. But it's all true. The work that I do is born out of me, and it's not something I was thinking, oh gosh, what do I do to earn money, and therefore I'll train on this, and people that do this seem to have a fun time or a good income or a very mobile lifestyle, and therefore I do it. Instead, it is something that was born out of me, especially going beyond that time. For example, I finished my degree as a professional dancer with a injured spine, so I wasn't able to actually follow my dream and become a contemporary dancer. Instead, I was taken well back to basics and actually learn how to walk again. So this is some years after that paragraph that was written, and having to learn how to walk again. For example, I was very fortunate in where I lived that it was a hippie commune, and they had knowledge and contacts of all different types of holistic therapies. And this is in the late 80s, early 90s. And therefore they said, well, go to this guy, is a massage teacher, and go to this woman, she's a homeopath, and this one is an acupuncturist. And I never knew about any of these things, and not many of the people did back in the, we're talking about the 1990s, 1991, 99. It was a very unique and short, a very close circle. You had to have been weird, I guess, to have known about those things then. So I was very fortunate that I had somebody giving me these people and giving me these numbers, and it was them that helped me get back on my feet. And also along with that, Ashtanga yoga was brought to the UK, and I started doing Ashtanga yoga with a woman called Penny, who's now emigrated back to Canada, and that was in 97. And I still couldn't walk much at that time. Ashtanga yoga is one of the most physical forms of yoga, and I did it with 2 chairs at the side of me doing a salute, and I would hold onto the chair and go down on one knee, then go down on the other knee, then one hand, then the other hand, to go into plank, to go into an upward dog and a downward dog. And that's how, and everybody had done you do 5 salutes of A and 5 salutes of B, and I would do 1 of each, because that's how disabled I was. And I just continued. And the reason I did it is because I love dancing, which is, the most physical, athletic form of movement there is. And so every other form of yoga to me at that time was extremely boring. And my body, that was my mind, should I say, was such an active mind, that to give me something so still moving, I couldn't bear to do. And I was young, I was in early 20s. So to be in a room with that sort of dynamicness going on motivated me to move. It motivated me to go past the pain and move that leg and move that arm, until in the end, 2 years on of practicing, I was in Southeast Asia traveling, and I was asked to teach, and that's how I became a yoga teacher. And then 20 years on, going from the most youngest form of yoga, and now teach the most stillest, the most unist form of yoga, where you do not move at all. And it's all about the conscious state of sleep, called Yoga Nidra. So yeah, that's quite different.
Yeah, it's quite, wow, what a transition. Yeah, it's like hearing, you know, someone's hero or heroine story. You know, Joseph Campbell, he coined that term, didn't he? Is it Joseph Campball? Talks about hero story. So it's like your hero story, and it's what a hero story, or a heroine story, and going to Yoga Nidra. Wow, yeah, I find it fascinating hearing people's stories. Yeah, we'll close to just talk a little bit about the Multidimensional show now. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. That was not quite on the agenda, but it felt right somehow to kind of bring that kind of colour and that richness to the conversation. So on to the Multidimensional show. Was there anything else you wanted to say, by the way?
Well, no, but just in the sense of, when to link it up, I remember the show that I did, the last Multidimensional show that I did, you asked me to do a demo of Yoga Nidra, and at the time I searched within myself, and I was like, what is the connection between my work and what it is that you offer? What is it that the Multidimensional show offer? And in that search, the night before I gave my demo, I realized that Yoga Nidra actually can be a part of this show. Yoga Nidra is something that really brings you into your core essence, your spirit, your soul, your sense of the I, me, mind that connects your dimension to the other dimension. And without going, it's like we need to go in before we can go out. And therefore there is a place for it there, and therefore there is no difference.
Yeah, it really synced up nicely, actually. It was, to me, Multidimensional is about the different layers of reality and how they all link together through consciousness. So it tied in really nicely, and I like the fact that you brought that, because we can get sort of caught up in all the phenomena, but for me it's about what connects them, and you did that really nicely at the show, and it brought a stillness to the show as well that was wrapped it up really nicely at the end of you know, quite a busy event, and just put all the threads together. So that was quite sort of impromptu, but it just flowed really nicely, didn't it? And the feedback and just feeling the energy in that room, it was beautiful, really peaceful. Yeah, kind of brought everyone together and kind of unified kind of field, or unified kind of consciousness. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was, I didn't know what to expect. And when you asked me to come along, you know, all these different stalls all offering different things, and then hearing some of the stall holders speak about their 5D experience, and some of the authors speak about their 5D experience. And even then I was like, well, what is 5D? The fifth dimension. And hearing them speak while I was working, by the way, that I was having some ping moments, and so was the person that I was massaging, and ping moments about, yes, I remember something similar in my life, or I know of someone who has that connection or that experience or that belief system. And some of the talks really did just blow my mind. And when I say blow my mind, sometimes I recognize that my mind was being protective of itself and rejecting of itself. And that was interesting. That was interesting to watch within myself, as to why, and allow me to journey and question as to why am I shutting down here, or why my belief system is rejecting that and not accepting that, or is unwilling to hear or be open to that. And then other times watching how my mind was able to, as I said, absorb and weave it into my own life experience. But either way, regardless of what reaction I did have to the things that I learned that day, it is a nice experience to have within my life, so that I can walk through life with a bigger and more expanding view of life, of matter, and of non-matter.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great summary. Thanks for that. Yeah, it is. It's there's so much scope. Yeah, even though I organise it myself, I'm kind of I'm stretched to encompass these different aspects. For me, it's truly infinite universe that we live in, and we're here to explore. We're here to have fun. We're here to explore. We're here to know what it is to exist. So that encompasses so many different things, and it's great to have that opportunity to give the stage and give the floor to everyone to kind of bring their gifts, their skills, and experiences and their findings, and kind of get different people talking. Really, that's what it's ultimately about. That we all have a piece of the jigsaw puzzle. That's the view I take, and some have bigger jigsaw puzzles than others. Some may have a few more than others, but we're coming together and working together in that sense when we get together in these events. Each one is unique, and each one is life-changing and uplifting. And I've had some really positive feedback from other people saying different things, but it's been life-changing. It's been fantastic to meet different people and connect and to make connections within ourselves as well, and hearing other people's stories or perspectives. So the next one is coming up very soon, isn't it? 1 week to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll be bringing your massage chair, and people can relax and have a massage even while there's a talk going on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me back.
Yeah, it'd be a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you back. So what do you hope to? What are you looking forward to at this event, and what you're hoping for people to take away from the event, from having a massage?
Last time takes away what I took away from a more expansive, a more accepting way of walking through life. And as for my own personal work, I don't know, I try to offer, even on an on-site chair of a 15-minute massage, I try to offer a holistic approach, an holistic treatment. So though it covers your back, arms, neck and shoulders, what I use and how I treat those do connect to the lower body. And therefore, I hope that when they leave from my chair, they also have an holistic experience, but also, due to the nature of the sound that I bring into my work, a more expansive view of themselves and that which connects them to the universe and others.
Yeah, beautiful. I think back to what you said about that bowl that was on my Staples Centre, and I really needed that because I was so busy in my head. And I think that's common for lots of people, especially in the West. And to have that bowl there and to really feel into my body and have the physical touch, and then that, based on my Staples Centre, did something to ground me and to kind of centre me. And bring me in a little bit, because I was kind of quite fragmented, sort of running around and quite excited and a bit nervous at times. So it's quite good to just bring it all back in, and I really felt into my own power again and my own centre again. So
and by being able to do that, by being able to be that grounded, you're more rooted to be able to then give more. You're more rooted to be able to then see everything from a clearer and an equanimous state, so that you know actually what to prioritize and where to go next and how to order things. But when we're not rooted and when we're not centered, we operate in a very scattered way, and therefore things don't get the correct attention, the right order of attention. A lot of people fear being grounded and they fear being earth. They feel that there's no value in being centered, and there is every value in being centered, because without being centered, we really cannot go higher.
Yeah, it affects us in so many different ways, doesn't it? So, oh wow, I'm looking forward to you being there, and I'll definitely be having a massage again. I'll probably need it.
Nice, I'm sure you will.
Yeah. So thank you, Dionne, for chatting to me today, and sharing a few more things about you. I've learned a bit more about you. I could definitely identify with some of your story in my own way, how that life kind of takes you on a journey. So yeah, I honour that. Yes. So yeah, all power to you in what you're doing, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. I'm just going to give a bit of a end to the chat now and just tell people where they can find out more. So it's on Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th of September. And we have a whole host of speakers coming to talk about UFOs, ETs and Starseeds. We also have someone talking about the education system and how Starseeds are not really fitting, or the education system is not fitting for Starseeds. So all the details are on the website if you want to find out more. It's on www.multidimensionalshow.co.uk. Starts at 10 o'clock, ends at 5:30. And we have a host of stalls. We have an art exhibition as well. And we have Dionne giving massage. So look forward to that. Thank you, Dionne. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I will do. I will do that very, very much. You too.
Thank you.